So this is our Prime Minister again. I don't know if I should continue or just leave it. Well, okay. The funny thing is that I didn't knew about. Today is 4th of October. I didn't knew anything about this. I saw it in the morning, and before I saw it, I wrote a letter to Mette Frederiksen. That was the 3rd of October. And okay, let me translate this letter because this is in Danish. Let me translate this one. Yeah. Let's see if I can do this one. Translate. Okay, is detailed. Yes, in English, please. In English. Dear Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen, after October the 7th, 2023, which for many of us marks an important day of liberation, a whole year has now passed. A year in which we have experienced depression, trauma, psychological strain while witnessing the world around us becoming more polarized. Your shameful silence during this time has been deafening. Deafening? You loudly condemn the atrocities allegedly committed by Hamas, but there's a resounding silence from you when it comes to the Palestinian people and their suffering. On May 15th, I sent you a letter, and again on September the 23rd, I requested access to documents. No response. This is simply unacceptable from a Prime Minister who claims to stand for openness and accountability. I also wrote to you and Queen Margrethe on October the 30th, 2023, when I asked one simple question. Will you show the same sympathy for the Palestinian civilians population as you have for the Israel? But no answer has been given. And this is because they both went to the synagogue, Mette and our Queen, but silence. Enough is enough. You have turned Hamas into a dangerous and almost forbidden topic that no one may touch. Therefore, in pure provocation, I appoint myself as the unofficial spokesperson for Hamas in Denmark, Muslim and homosexual. Sorry, I just have to let it out. Now there is a face to the cause, and now you can speak directly with me. This was exactly what you say to the journalist. Take off the veil and come forward about the Hamas. So here I am. Now you have the opportunity for a real dialogue. You have blocked me on social media. Is this really how you handle criticism? It's embarrassing that you don't dare to face the truth and instead shoot that Hamas are cowards who don't dare to show themselves. Where do you get your information when no journalist can access Gaza? I have researched these questions thoroughly and share here an important article about Hamas and the information war, which you should read to understand what is really happening. And I made this on my blog. As you yourself say to the journalist, it tolerates no comparison. Believe me, it's you, with Eric Scavenius, who were responsible for, among other things, the persecution of Jews. How dare you pin this on the Palestinians? It is Denmark, the West, that have been and continue to complicit in these problems, in the problems we see today. That's why I provoke and suggest that Israel be established in Denmark as an apology for the West's historical mistakes. I propose an open live debate on TV where we can discuss these issues without hiding behind a veil of misinformation and silence. As a citizen, I exercise my right to freedom of speech, and I have sent a copy of this letter to the police and others. It will also be published on social media. That's what I did. Now it is time for you to show the courage that you yourself demand from others. I look forward to you taking this seriously and engaging in a constructive conversation. If you are honest and stand by your words, then you have nothing to fear. And this is the link to the TikTok video. In the meantime, you can watch the video to see what's really going on YouTube. Yeah, and this is this video. I don't know if I can see it, but anyway. So I sent this last night. Then I'm seeing this here.
Vi må aldrig nogensinde acceptere antisemitisme.
This morning.
Alle steder vi møder den. Og derfor bliver jeg bare nødt til at være hudløs ærlig og sige, det undrer mig, at der ikke er en større forargelse i vores land over det her. Hvor er demonstrationerne imod det? Hvor er demonstrationerne for det jødiske mindretal? Hvor er den debat? Hvor er de stemmer? Jeg hører det ikke. Og det bekymrer mig. Fordi i det ligger der noget, der er større og farligere, end man lige skulle tro. Hvor er det folkelige oprør? Hvor er de unge på gaden over, at de eneste i vores land, der hver dag går i skole under politibeskyttelse, det er jødiske børn. Det er små børn, der knap selv kan bære deres skoletaske, og de skal alligevel gå forbi tungt bevæbnet politi.
Kan de høre en violin?
Og få undervisning, ligesom alle andre børn.
Oh. And then this morning I got my coffee completely wrong. And I will also translate this letter I sent this morning. It's a never-ending hell. Translate. You know, we are so many people traumatized right now. Anyway, this morning I wrote, Mette, why are you so disconnected from reality? Time to stand up and take responsibility. Dear Mette Frederiksen, after I sent my letter yesterday titled, Take off the veil, Mette, time for an open dialogue about Israel, Hamas, and the responsibility of the West. I wake up to your comment from the 2024 opening debate in our Parliament House. Honestly, I can't believe how disconnected from reality you seem. You go on about anti-Semitism and injustice, but have you ever considered your own role in this? I literally choked on my coffee. It simply can't be true that you are so naive. If not, maybe you need medical help, because you seem completely out of touch with the real world that the rest of us live in. You talk about responsibility, but where is your own responsibility? Why don't you dare engage in a real debate and stand up when you claim to be so morally outraged. It's as if you think we can't see through the fact that you are avoiding the real discussion. When you talk about Hamas as an enemy, let me remind you of something fundamental. Many of the people you call terrorists were once children who watched their parents be massacred and their homes destroyed. And dear Mette, if you can talk about all this innocent girl who can't take her school bags, it's so heavy. What about all these children? 76 years occupation. You have no empathy. Where's your empathy, Mette? Is this humanity? Is this Danish values? Yeah, Hamas stands for Harkat al-Muqawama al-Islamiyya. In Urdu, we will say Harkat is a movement, and M stands for Muqabla, which means resistance, and S stands for Islamiyya, the Islamic resistance movement. Exactly how the Danish also was. The Danish resistance movement. And if we take the Arabic words and take each letter from the word, it will make Hamad. Anyway, they emerged as a direct response to oppression and occupation. For many Palestinians, Hamas is, Mette, where is your pain? Where is your heart? Do you have a heart? I'm getting nuts. I'm getting crazy with her. No, anyway, for many, Palestinian Hamas is not just a militant group, but a resistance movement against the occupation they have lived under their entire lives. Yet you completely overlook this in your one-sided portrayal. I've seen in the open government scheme that you've taken several trips to Israel, and I suspect you being paid by the Israeli lobby. Therefore, I'd like to ask about the status of the access request regarding your paid trips to Israel. The article, linked, raises a lot of questions, and it's important that we get clarity on whose interest you are really serving. You talk a lot about Hamas as a threat, but where is your sympathy for the Palestinian people? Have you ever considered that your political game is about more than just moral values? You accuse others of being cowards, but when it's your own strength, when it comes to facing real criticism, where is it? You block people on social media, avoid direct questions, and hide behind the podium. It's embarrassing and appears as a deliberate strategy to avoid taking responsibility. I will write to the relevant public authorities and ensure that our communication is posted on my blog so that everyone can follow how this is handled. It's also appropriate to remind you that you still haven't responded to the letter I sent along with Queen Marguerite last year. Shame on you. The time has come, Mette, for you to pull your head out of your own behind, means ass, and start relating to the reality we live in. Why not stand up, have an open debate, and actually show the courage you demand from others? Or are you too deep in the pockets of your supporters to take on that fight? I look forward to a response, if you dare to take response, blah blah blah. So this is Mette, and I'm sorry this video is getting long, but and now let me also play something else for you here. This, yeah. Mette Frederiksen. This guy, Frederik Vel, has been in Israel. and look.
Okay, please, can you get out of my house, please?
Oh, it's not this one. Why can't I? What the fuck is happening here, Stig Jørgensen? Okay.
Her ser vi Frederik og andre DSU forretningsudvalgsmedlemmer ude at bade i Israel i 2019. De er på en tur, som er sponsoreret.
It's a trip sponsored by the Zionist Club here in Denmark. Propaganda paid trips. Oh, yeah, okay.
What are you doing on Omegle?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Oh, just making sure all the girls are eating their vegetables. Do you like vegetables?
I'm actually vegan,
Anyway,
Oh, what do you mean?
but only
anyway, but what the fuck is going on here? Wait. But here you see that there's a huge problem with propaganda.
Omkring Israel og Palæstina, så er vi Frederik. Her ser vi Frederik og andre DSU forretningsudvalgsmedlemmer ude at bade i Israel i 2019. De er på en tur, som er sponsoreret af Dansk Zionistforbund, som får tilskud fra World Zionist Organization. Et af deres vigtigste formål er at påvirke opinionen til fordel for Israel i hele verden. Max Meyer, som er formand for Dansk Zionistforbund, praler ofte af, at de rejser, de medvirker til at påvirke deltagernes syn og holdninger og fordomme omkring Israel. Alt det der er dokumenteret, og på X har jeg nu i månedsvis forsøgt at få en kommentar fra både Frederik Vad og de andre politikere. Frederik, har du ikke en udtalelse til omkring, at du har været nede i Israel på den påvirkningstur i 2019? Nej, jeg ikke. Altså, det er lige proces, hvad det er i. Man får rundt og snakker om. Har du ikke været i Israel, eller hvad? Jeg har været i Israel mange gange. Jeg har været mange steder i verden. Du har da inviteret af Dansk Zionistforbund. Her sluttede dialogen. Fakta er, Frederik Vad har været på en tur, sponsoreret af Dansk Zionistforbund til Israel i 2019. Han er meget venlig stemt over for Israel. Frederik, du er helt tavs. Har du ikke behov for at forsvare dig?
Yes, so they have been, and I also asked Mette about some letter for some documentations, and she hasn't replied yet. So there's something old. He went there in 2019. When he came back, his narrative is changed. And here you see how they are trying to protect the Jews.
Efter 2. verdenskrig, der gav vi et løfte til jøder i Danmark og Europa om
Hov.
aldrig mere.
Det løfte skal ikke gå ud over palæstinenserne. Det løfte skal I holde over for jer selv. Så værsgo, giv et stykke land til jøderne.
Jeg skulle føle, at de skulle gemme sig, og at de ikke kunne leve frit i vores lande. Og det løfte er vi ved at løbe fra, fordi det aldrig har været farligere, end det er nu at være jøde i Danmark og Europa. Og det bliver vi nødt til at tage alvorligt. Jeg synes, det er vigtigt, at flere danske borgere rejser sig fra sofaen og deltager i diskussionen om, hvordan vi kan sikre et Danmark, som passer på friheden og trygheden for borgere med jødisk baggrund. Vi er alt for få, der blander os i den her debat, og det gør debatten ekstra hård og grusom. Så jeg vil virkelig opfordre flere danskere til at engagere sig i at slå ring om kolleger, venner, klassekammerater, som har jødisk baggrund, for de har det rigtig, rigtig svært lige nu.
Han er sådan et svin, ham der Frede. Jeg skal også lige vise noget andet, jeg fandt. Jeg blev jo... Lige øjeblik, skal lige se, om jeg kan finde ud af det her. Han skriver det her. Hvad fanden bilder du dig ind? Det er dig, der hedder Sahid, og har forsøgt at ringe til mig hele ugen, ikke? Fordi du synes, jeg har mistænkt gjort alle borgere med muslimsk baggrund. og er meget bekymret for tonen. Hvordan kan du finde på at skrive en så grusom kommentar? Jeg blev selvfølgelig slettet, men jeg skal se, om jeg kan finde den her samtale. Wow, forbudt tale. Og så er selv Copenhagen meget passende smidt ud af dette medie. Jeg ved godt, hvem han er. Yderst provokerende palæstinenser, som hader det land. Han er designer og har sit eget henretter en. Ej, altså det var sådan. Wow. Nå, men jeg skal nok få noget ud af det her.